Hi, this is Bill with Got You Covered, and I want to welcome you to our first in a series of do-it-yourself home improvement video blogs. Today what we're going to do is install a tile floor in this bathroom. In addition to the tiled floor, we're also going to put down a heated subfloor. The heated subfloor, if you've ever had one, makes a wonderful addition, particularly in a bathroom. But before we get started with installing the tile and doing the necessary preparation, I want to talk a little bit about do-it-yourself videos. I've noticed over the years, after watching many of them myself, that frequently they tend to gloss over the details of the project and make it appear as though this is a very simple thing to do, anybody can do it, and it takes an hour or two. And in some cases that may be true. But in a lot of cases that's not really true at all, and we want to emphasize the details of the project, the actual length of time it takes to complete a project such as this, so that you have a full understanding of what you're getting into. One of the things I think that become a problem for people with do-it-yourself projects is that they don't fully understand what's involved in completing the task. So what we're going to do is focus very specifically on the details in every step of the project. One of the first details that tends to get overlooked, and I believe is the root cause of many do-it-yourself projects gone bad, is the preparation. And I'm guilty of it myself. Whenever I'm doing a project, it's always nice to get to what I call the fun part. The fun part is, in this case, the actual installing of the tile. It's the part that gives you a sense of accomplishment, makes you feel like you're getting something done. However, without the necessary preparation, all of the problems start to come up, and the fun part is no fun whatsoever. So stick with us. We're going to go through this project step by step, giving you all the information you need to complete this kind of a task in your own bathroom. Okay, remember I said it all begins with preparation. Prior to today, we had to prepare for the heated subfloor by having our electrician come in and rough in an electrical circuit for our heated floor. That's already been accomplished, and now what we're going to do is move into removing any loose furniture from the room and ripping up the existing flooring materials. Okay, we're back, and as you can see, we've done a lot of the preparation work in getting ready to install our heated flooring. A couple of things I want to point out over here. That's just some of the basic hand tools involved: hammer, pliers, pry bar, tape measure, and some tape. What we've done here, we've ripped up the carpet. Now, if you have a surface other than carpet, for example, see the vinyl tile here, that kind of surface can stay down. You don't have to pull that up to install the heated subfloor. Other surfaces like ceramic tile or carpet in this case need to be removed. We've taken all the tack strip up, pulled all the tacks. There's our warm wire ready for installation. We come over here, you'll notice at the doorway there and at other areas we have used some blocking to prevent the floor leveler that we're going to eventually pour from getting too close to certain fixtures. For example, the shower here, in the event we ever have to pull the shower, that little board will provide a gap in which you can pull the shower out without having to mess up the new floor. Obviously, we've pulled the toilet. We've taped up the hole around the pipe coming through the floor. And if you look real close here, you can see that we taped around the toilet flange, and we put a few spacer blocks on either side of the flange. That's so when we pour our leveler, we will not get too close to the flange and be able to install our toilet bolts. Here at the front door, you'll see we have this piece of board up here blocking so that our floor leveler does not run out into the other area. We will eventually put a threshold down there when we install the new tile. Another thing I want to point out and be very clear about is on any door jambs where you have the casing molding, you need to cut, I'm going to point right here, you need to cut the door casing to the new height of your tile. That's easily figured out by just simply putting the tile on the floor, calculating how high your heated subfloor will be, and cutting off that so that when you install the tile, it can slide under the casing. You do this, it's a much more professional look, and you can see right there all I used was a small handsaw to cut those door casings. So now that we've got this done, and to give you a reference point, all of this preparation took two of us approximately 2 hours. So that's not a lot of time so far. Next step will be to install our warm wire for the heated floor, and we will get to that in just a couple of minutes.